Okay, so it's time to open a box of Amonkhet. There's quite a few good cards that we can pull in it. Chase Mythics being like As Foretold, Gideon, Liliana, Nissa. Gods are always good. A few good rares. Let's see what we get. Okay, first pack. We get Dread Wanderer. It's a Jackal, it's a zombie. Zombie tribal, going to be something that is going to be used a lot in standard. Printing a lot of zombies. Should be good. Okay, pack number 2. Pyramid of the Pantheon. I think Andy was the one who gave me the name of Builded Lotus. It's build your own lotus. That's not full out as well. At 3. Neheb, the Worthy. Okay, finally, legendary Minotaur. Black red, all the Minotaur EDH players, and a foil Liliana's Mastery. This card is so good. Zombie tribal. Calling it here. So the pack. Plague Belcher. Not the best of res. Still a zombie. Works with the -1/-1 counter mechanic. Pull up, foil Vizier of Thundering Sands. This one. Harvest Season. This card has a lot of potential. Lets you search for a basic land for each creature you control. So in the ramp decks that you're getting creatures at, more creatures. Omnath EDH players, good card for you. Still no invocations, still no big mythics. Cruel Reality, what the flavor cards, Story Spotlights. This card, you can see it being used, maybe more of an EDH card, but let's see if someone can break it. It's got potential. Next pack. Vizier of Many Faces. It's a shapeshifter. Embalm mechanic. It enters a battle as a copy of a creature, so it's another clone effect, but this time has Embalm. Definitely an EDH card. Definitely an EDH card. Okay. Ooh. I've just given something away. The rare Sandworm Convergence. Pretty much a junk. And an Invocation Chain Lightning. That is a pretty card. Let's go straight in the sleeve. Now, Chain Lightning. It's a very good card in Pauper. Very good card in Legacy. And we have had an invocation in this box, but I have seen more than one invocation fall in the box. So you never know. Let's pack. Rags to Riches. Split cards. They're an interesting mechanic. This one is probably one of the better ones because it's a board sweep into a take control of permanents. Certainly could be using a control deck. It's all the fun gone out of the box now. Invocation's gone. Shadow of the Grave. This is a card that a lot of people have been talking about. Returns all cards in your graveyard that you cycled or discarded this time back to your hand. So there's a lot of talk about a control deck to discard or cycle 3 or 4 cards and get them all back. just to create a card advantage. If so, it's 2 mana instant that draws 3 or 4 cards. Pretty good. Ooh, Bontu, Black God. Gods are always good. So far we've seen about 5 mythics a box, 2 of which are gods, so hopefully we'll get another one. Honored Hydra. It's a 6 mana 6/6 trample with embalm cost of only 4. So if you somehow get this in your graveyard, it's a 4 mana 6/6 for trample. It's fairly good. Spec. Prepare to Fight. It's another split card. Split cards so far, we're interested to see how they're going to work in Standard. There's a few that have potential, but I'm going to wait till the Pro Tour to see how that all pans out. Next right, Scattered Groves. It's one of the Cycle Lands. Cycle Lands are going to be a good thing in Standard. Potentially have modern play due to the fact that they're basic land types. Need the correct kind of deck for it in non-standard formats though. Commit to Memory. Another one. Only halfway through the box. Let's see if we can pull some more mythics. Dust to Dawn. One of the good cards everyone loved pulling at pre-release. It's a board sweep. And then Mass Rebirth. So it's, you kill the board of big creatures, then bring all your little creatures back. Smack, dead. Cut to Ribbons. Does 4 damage to a creature, 4 mana, for 2 mana. So it's kind of like a Museum Waters without the overload effect. And it's aftermath of black, and X. Each opponent loses X life. It's a fairly good card, fairly strong. Whether it will see standard play? Probably. It's a 2 mana removal spell. In the same decks as Fatal Push? Maybe. It's consideration. Angel of Sanctions. It's quite a chase mythic. Not one of the most standout ones. It is an angel though. It's an angel with an O-ring effect as well. Seems fairly good. Hey, Gideon. This has been a pretty good box. Chain Lightning and a Gideon. Gideon, of course, is the chase card. Everyone wants a Gideon. Everyone thinks Gideon's busted. Whether it is or not, we'll find out. I think it's a pretty absurd card. Gideon Tribal, definitely going to be a thing. Heart Pierce Manticore. This card popped up a lot pre-release. A lot of people liked it. Whether or not it's going to see constructed play, I can see it being constructed. It's a 4/3 for 4 mana that lets you sack a dude when it comes in and deal damage equal to its power. So it's a fling on a 4/3 body for 4 mana with Embalm. Has potential in the slightly bigger red-green mid-range decks, maybe red-white. Next one, Cascading Cataracts. Every EDH player is going to use this card. Everyone loves this card. Child of Alara players, Progenitors, all the 5 color. Cascading Cataracts. Foil Drakehaven as well. Another foil rare. It's 2 foil rares, an invocation, and some good mythics in this box. Shaping up to be quite a good box. It's back. About 2/3 of the way through the box. Channeler Initiate. Enters with 3 -1/-1 counters on a creature you control, and you tap it to remove a -1/-1 counter from this card and add a mana to your pool. So put all the counters on this. It's a 2 mana 0/1, but grows as you make mana. Has some potential. It's a fairly good card. Let's see what happens with it in standard. Okay, last. Variegated Farmland, another cycle land. Cycle lands seem to be like 3 a box maybe. We'll see as more packs are opened, but they're certainly going to be used a lot in standard. So pre-order them, get them now. Sweltering Suns. It's poor man's Anger of the Gods. There's been a lot of discussion about that, of whether it's on the same level as Anger of the Gods. Certainly in standard is one of the better cards, one of the better rares. Deals 3 damage to each creature with cycling. Certainly playable. In modern, it could see some play. It's whether or not you prefer exiling your opponent's creatures, which would dredge a lot in the format. I could still see that being a priority. Temet, Vizier of Naktamun. A legendary creature, so all the EDH players. And at the beginning of combat on your turn, a token creature you control gets +1/+1 until the end of the turn and can't be blocked. So with a lot of Embalm being in format, being able to give your Embalm guys +1/+1 and unblockable seems pretty good. Whether or not he fits in a blue-white deck, maybe not. However, we will see. Next pack, Anointed Possession. It's the white Parallel Lives. This card is going to be everyone's friend in Commander. Could see some standard play, you never know, because Embalm does make a token, and being able to Embalm for the 2 of the same card seems pretty good. Next pack, another Sweltering Suns. Sweltering Suns again, one of the good board suites in standard. Potentially got some modern play. Creator of Mysteries. This card has had quite a bit of discussion around it as well. It's whenever you cycle or discard another card, scry 1. It also has cycling itself. It's a 4/4 flyer for 4 mana. So there could be some room for a blue-white deck, maybe control deck mid-range that has cycle. Potentially an Esper deck with Shadow of the Grave and Curator of Mysteries. New format, new set. See what people can do with these 2 cards. This pack, Throne of the God Pharaoh, the 4 Cup Captain. Okay, so Throne of the God Pharaoh had a lot of excitement when it got spoiled. So at the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses life equals to the number of tapped creatures you control. So Elves has just got a new friend, because you use your Elves to tap, make loads of mana, play more Elves, tap, make loads of mana, get this set, your opponent takes like 10 damage at the end of the turn. Seems fairly good. In standard, there's probably going to be a red based creature deck, so this card could see a lot of play, just being able to swing, have an extra combat with Combat Celebrant, and deal a load more damage to your opponent. Seems fairly strong in what seems to be quite a slow format so far. Only got about 6 packs left in the box. New Perspectives, a foil ornery card here. New Perspectives is a 6 mana enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, you draw 3 cards. As long as you have 7 or more cards in hand, you may pay 0 rather than cycling. So the blue control-ish deck that I was talking about earlier could see this card being played. Being able to cycle for free is fairly good, especially when you start getting flooded, or late game you'd rather draw threats than land. Paying 0 for this. Very, very good. Again, Shadow of the Grave. Dump your hand, pay 2 mana, get it all back. Dump your hand, pay another 2 mana with another Shadow of the Grave, get it all back. Drawing cards all day long. Non-foil Liliana's Mastery. Again, this card, Zombie Tribal. Gonna be quite a sweet card. Whether or not zombies will appear in a standard, yet to be seen. And what we've seen for zombies, especially since Innistrad Block is still in standard, we could probably get a Zombie Tribal deck. If so, this card might see some play. It's 5 mana, makes 2 3/3s. Certainly in limited formats. It's a very good card. And rare. Heaven to Earth. Deals X damage to each creature with flying. And the Aftermath deals X damage to each creature without flying. So it's a new version of 2 quite old cards. Okay, next pack. Only got 3 packs left after this. Harsh Mentor. This is one of the cards that a lot of people got excited around, especially people who play Modern. Burn decks against other decks like Affinity, and decks where fetch lands are around, which is most decks. You get to see this card being played. I mean, this card makes Evolving Wilds deal 2 damage to you, which seems very good. So at the moment it's holding quite a good price. We'll see what happens to it as the format develops. Okay, 3 packs left. Archfiend of Athenian. It's a 5 mana 5/4 flyer with whenever you cycle or discard another card, put a -1/-1 counter on each creature your opponent controls. Paired with New Perspectives, you're turning a hand that draws you a load of cards into a board sweep, which seems like a very good effect. A 5 mana 5/4 flyer isn't shabby on itself. Also has cycling. So if it's not the right card to play, cycle it away. Second to last pack. Insult to Injury. Another fun split card. The Aftermath mechanic seems quite fun. Seems quite usable. How good the Aftermath cards are, we will see. I quite enjoy them. Definitely enjoyed playing them at pre-release. Last pack, something good. Dispossess. And a foil Miasmic Mummy. Okay, Dispossess is 3 mana, sorcery. Choose an artifact card name. Search target opponent's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards of the chosen name and exile them. So it's a Slaughter Games for artifacts, which after Kaladesh seems pretty sweet. All of the people who hate Heart of Kiran, this card's for you. Kill the Heart of Kirans. Okay, so let's have a look at what we got in the box. Gideon, very excited about this card. Should see a lot of standard play, maybe some Modern and Legacy play. A couple of cycle lands, Harsh Mentor, a lot of very, very good EDH staples. A couple of cards that have some potential. But the card that everyone's excited about is the Invocation Chain Lightning, which looks absolutely beautiful. So I hope you guys did some box opening and come into my league, play some games, buy some new singles. I'll probably see you around.